Buongiorno, ciao a tutti, welcome back to Appa's Kitchen on the road. On the road again. So I'm here in Reggio, Calabria, and I'm on my way to Messina, Sicily. So I'm just going to take the ferry across the strait. It's 35 minutes. I have my ticket already reserved. Let me tell you, crazy Italy. So the ferry line is Liberty Lines. So I downloaded the app because I knew I would be using the ferry. And then went to purchase my ticket on the app. You have to log in. And then I had already verified my email address. Then they want to verify your phone number. So they're going to send me a 6-digit SMS code. I never got it. I hit send again. Never got it. I asked ChatGPT. ChatGPT is my go-to for what is wrong with Italy. ChatGPT said, yeah, that's common with Liberty Lines. So I can't use the app. So instead, I just have to go to the website and just buy the ticket as a guest. You have to fill in all your information. So annoying. Why does nothing work here? Anyway, I'm early. My ferry is at 12:20. It's 11:54 now. I got bored. So I figured I'd just take a walk. I'm here on Corso Emanuele in Reggio. I'm gonna walk down to the ferry station. I'm actually looking for a place to drop off some used clothing. So I have 2 pairs of sneakers that I bought that I don't want to carry home because they're kind of battered, but they're still in good enough shape for somebody to use. That's what I did in body before I left, just to make more room in my luggage. And I'm wearing one of my sticky t-shirts. Doesn't smell too bad after washing it 4 times. But I'm thinking I might leave a couple t-shirts, donate a couple t-shirts too, just to make more room. I want to buy some pasta and some local products. So I want to just fill my suitcase with stuff to take home. So that's it. Let me show you Corso Emanuele on a Saturday morning. So people just out and about. It's a very pleasant day here. It's going up to 80 tomorrow. Alright, so I stopped here at Sotto Zero. I figure I might as well just relax a little bit instead of just going to the terminal and sitting there. So I'm getting a coffee and a baba. Baba alla crema. I used to make baba rum. I don't know how I did it, but it's like this yeasty little like ball. It's kind of like a muffin with a really big top, and then it's like soaked in rum, sweetened rum, really good. So anyway, they just brought a bottle of water to my table. I told them I don't want the water. I don't know if I'm still paying for it, but I don't want it. I have a whole bottle of water here. It's a very pleasant day, a really pretty view here. It's a really nice little spot to hang out. And then I have plenty of time. It's 11:07. My ferry's at 12:20. It'll take me like 20 minutes to walk there. Oh, how long does it take to make a cup of coffee? So she just brought the order to this other table. It was wrong. They sent her back. I'm just waiting for a cup of coffee and a baba. The baba's already made. All they have to do is put it on a plate. just walk across the street. It's a good thing I have a lot of time. Is this my baba? Alright, so I've never seen this before. So I got my coffee and some hot water. So I can make it as weak or as strong as I want. Look at that. Good coffee. I didn't make it too weak, so it's kind of medium. All right, oh, this is soaked in something. Oh my God. I think it is soaked in rum. Trying to get drunk. Really is soaked in rum. Good. It's very interesting cake. It's a little bready, so it holds up really well with all this liquid. It's good. It's going to fortify me for my trip. So my host messaged me, staying in Messina 2 days. He asked me what time I would be there. I said 2. I arrive on the ferry at 12:55. So he said, so you'll be at my place by 1:30. So I guess he's going to let me check in early. I asked him if I can come early and he didn't answer. So that's why I'm doing this. Because originally I was thinking when I got to Messina, I would find something to eat just to kill some time. So I'd much rather check in and then just find something in the neighborhood. So here we are. The rum is so strong. Oh my God, I have a headache from it. I just asked ChatGPT about it. So it's originally from Eastern Europe, Poland, I forget the other country that was mentioned, and then it became popular in Napoli, of course. So the dough is made from yeast, butter, eggs, and flour. Described as moist and boozy. Oh, really boozy. I don't think the rum is sweetened at all. It tastes like paint thinner. All right, so it was good. So when I sat down, we put a bottle of water on the table. Everybody gets a bottle of water. I just said I didn't want it because I have water. I don't want to waste it. But I think it was part of the service charge. So it's, you know, two euros. That's fine. But I don't remember the last time I was here. This is where I met the Americans from New Jersey. Last time I was here, I didn't get a bottle of water. Who knows? All right, it's 11:23. gonna chill for a little bit and then I'll walk to the ferry. Last time I was able to pay by card outside. This time she told me I had to go inside. This time I got water. Last time I didn't get water. Italy, Italy. Alright, so I'm on lungomare now. So pretty, look at this. So that's where I'm going, in Sicily. There's Messina right over there. Just gonna walk down here to the ferry terminal. And then this is Corso. Oh, this is Corso Emanuele. The other one I was on was Garibaldi. I think, I don't know, I've forgotten now. Really pretty day. It's calm, the water's calm. It's very windy yesterday. So, really nice spot here to just come and walk. So this is Saturday morning out on lungomare. We got music, we got vendors.
Prego. Va bene 3.
This is where I got off yesterday, Reggio, Calabria, Lido. And I just can't believe it's a train station with no sign. Like, how are you supposed to know what this is if you're looking for it? Italy, Italy. Oh, there's a sign. But I'm thinking of it. What I don't understand is why they don't have a metro connection to the port. It would make so much sense to just run this train to the port. I don't even know if there's a bus that goes there. Oh my God. I guess I do need to make a disclaimer because I've been complaining so much about Italy. It's a very big country. I mean, not big, but it spans a lot of geography. It's very diverse from north to south. And, you know, the south was historically neglected. Before reunification, this was, you know, a feudal society with these kings and peasants who were basically like tenant farmers, very poor. That's why a lot of the food here is cucina povera, the poor kitchen, just finding what's available, weeds, things that grow wild, stale bread, pasta, beans, just, you know, cheap ways to get nutrition from the land. There was some development here, there were resources, but then after reunification, was Italy ever unified really before that? But after reunification, a lot of the resources were stolen and moved to the north. And the south continued to be neglected, this time by the Italian government. So, you know, it's not really their fault. Although at this point, Italy is part of the EU, presents itself as a rich, developed country. It's 2025. Maybe spend less money on cigarettes and put up a sign. Reggio, Calabria, Lido. A lot of this is really beautiful. I mean, this walkway along the sea, this little park here, little gym. Housing seems pretty good. There is some public transportation infrastructure, healthcare. But then you have things like, you know, the water going out, electricity, Wi-Fi has been really slow. And, you know, trains don't run on time. So it's not all functioning. My job here at Abba's Kitchen is to let you know the real deal. I'm not just going to show you some picture postcard perfect view of the places that I visit. I want you to know what you're in for. So Italy is rough, at least here in the south. It's not for the faint of heart. You're going to run into all kinds of problems. People might not be nice to you. You just got to buckle up, buttercup, and forge ahead. So my next trip next year is going to be somewhere in the north. So we'll see if the infrastructure is better in the north, if things work a little bit better up there, and just do a comparison. I've been working with ChatGPT to try to narrow down where I want to go. And surprisingly, I'm looking at Modena. Modena is where balsamic vinegar comes from. Balsamico di Modena. Wasn't really even on my radar, but you know, I just kind of mentioned the things that I wanted. No tourists, good transportation connections, so it's well connected to Milan and Bologna. Historical center. I can also go to Ravenna from there, maybe Padua. So it has good connections. It's going to be kind of chill, like Reggio. So that's the kind of place that I want to stay. And then, you know, maybe I'll spend a few nights in Bologna, and maybe I'll spend a few nights in Milan, but I'll base myself in Modena. So we'll see. And then we'll see how things compare between north and south. All right, so I'm almost at the ferry. Just walked to the end of Lungomare. There's this little pathway there, a circle, and then you go down here. And I'm going to be about 20 minutes early, but it's okay. There's the ferry terminal straight ahead. There are some buses here, so I just saw two inner city buses. One was going to Catanzaro, which is up in northern Calabria. The other one, Boalino, I don't know where that is. And then that is a local bus to the airport. I don't know if I can take a bus to my Airbnb or near. Taxi from here to my Airbnb was 20 euros, which seems kind of expensive, but all right. So I have about 30 minutes to this guy. He was here last time I came.
Messina andiamo, solo a Messina.
We made it. Got in early. 4 minutes. This is the waiting room for the way back. Alright, so I'm going to walk to the train station and then go from there because I want to see how to get back to the train station from my Airbnb. So the train station is just straight out. To go to the Duomo, you can go that way, but I think you can go this way as well. So I'm just going to walk straight up here. And the train station is just right up there. Alright, so it's pretty much the first light is the train station. Right there. I'm going to plug in my address for my Airbnb and then I go that way somewhere. Alright, so there's a train station. I'm going to follow the sign to Centro. And check out this little produce stand over here. I don't know if you noticed there's no sidewalk. There's a cruise ship in town. So cruises come to Messina, but I don't think they go to Reggio. So that's one point in Reggio's favor. There's beautiful produce. Tomatoes. There's peaches, apples. It's about a 14-minute walk to my Airbnb from the station. I love these green shutters that they use. It's very common. I see them a lot. Here they're brown, but I like the green ones. So let me tell you what I did on the ferry. First of all, the view, I tried to film some of it. I moved, there was a window seat. It wasn't as crowded because it's a later ferry. I think people come over earlier in the day. So I moved. Beautiful. To a window seat, but you know, the windows are really dirty and then it was just blurry. You couldn't really see. But there is a very small gap. I'm supposed to turn here. Very small gap between Calabria and Sicily. There are actually plans to build a bridge. So I guess that's just going to mean it'll be easier for cars. I hope the ferry will continue. I think the ferry's great. And I don't know what the trains will do. If the trains will go on the bridge or still on the ferry. So that I was just kind of curious about this reunification of Italy. I mean, it's very prominent here. A lot of streets are named after Garibaldi, Vittorio Emanuele, all these figures. So I wanted to know about the reunification. So basically, after the fall of the Roman Empire, the Italian peninsula, it wasn't Italy, it was the Roman Empire, which extended far beyond the Italian peninsula into northern Africa, other parts of Europe. I know they were in Spain, Segovia. They built this incredible aqueduct. So after the Roman Empire fell, then I think I'm supposed to go here. So then all these foreign powers moved in. The Bourbons, the Normans, the Hohenstattens. And there were all these kingdoms. So the push for reunification started after the Napoleonic Wars. So Napoleon was here, his brother, what's his name? Murat was here. Take a left. Let me check my map. Looks like I want to cross over there, and then go to the left up there. Oh, it smells like food. I think I was here before. This intersection. That just goes to the Duomo that way. Alright, so anyway, after the Napoleonic Wars, there really was this push to get all of these foreign leaders out. So I asked, how was it decided? Like where the borders would be? I mean, now you look at Italy, it kind of makes sense. You know, this boot. But how did they decide where the top of the boot would be? Why was Sicily included? ChatGPT thinks my questions are very insightful. So it had to do with wars and then also local initiatives. People voted if they wanted to join the reunified Italy. So the term in Italian is risorgimento, which I thought meant reordering, because my Italian's not that good. It actually means the resurgence. So I said, why is it not just reordering as opposed to reunification? Because it was never unified. ChatGPT said, good question. I checked my map. So we got a little pedestrian street here. Piazza Cairoli. It's nice. And you know, the tourists are all over by the Duomo. I'm sure they watch the clock at 12 o'clock. They're all wandering over there. So I'm going to be a little bit away from the cruise passengers. It's pretty. It's very local here. What their phones? What their phones? There's a church up there. I don't know what that is. Oops, I'm supposed to turn here. Risorgimento actually means resurgence. So there was this idea that Italy, even though Italy didn't exist, had a great past, and reordering was just more of like a Sounds more bureaucratic, but you know, Italians are very passionate. So there was a lot of passion involved in this push to get the foreigners out and unify the Italian peninsula. So that's why Risorgimento, which actually means resurgence, is translated as reunification. So there you have it, viewer. Giuseppe Garibaldi was kind of the George Washington of the movement, the leader of the fight. And then Vittorio Emanuele II was the first king of the reunified Italy. And he actually helped the movement, but more from a political, not military standpoint, working with Austria and other foreign powers to gain support and also to gain territory. So that's why his name appears a lot. Cavour was like his prime minister. So there's usually a Corso Cavour in a lot of Italian cities and towns. And then Margherita, who the pizza's named after, I thought she was his wife. She was the wife of his son, Umberto the First. Umberto the First, Vittorio Emanuele, and Margherita are all buried in the Pantheon in Rome. So there you have it. Here at Upper's Kitchen, we provide you with a little history every now and then. Most of the time, we have no idea what we're doing, what we're looking at, or why. All right, so enough of that. I'm going to just follow my map until I get to the Airbnb. A little bit of Messina away from the tourists. So Messina was also destroyed in the 1908 earthquake and tsunami. So most of the building here is after 1908. I think it's called Liberty Style. Look at the decoration on this building. That one. Really pretty. I thought that was like octopus up there, but what is that? Some kind of leaf, grapes maybe? Very pretty. There's a barber shop. I really want to shave. I'm tired of my mustache and goatee. Am I brave enough to go into a barber shop and get a shave? I hate barbershops in English. They're such macho spaces. Look how pretty this is. Just beautiful balconies. So funny. So I went into this little barber shop. I said I want to shave. He just trimmed it, which is fine. It was just so messy. He charged me $1. So I'm in the Airbnb. Look what he did to me. Buffo, he's a buffo siciliano. It's really funny. They had a picture of Trump. He said, Trump. I said, ugh. I said, you like him? He said, no. I don't know why they had his picture there with guns. So, yeah, just checked in. Kind of smells. It'll be fine for a few days. You know, they love these smells. I don't know where it's coming from. There's some sort of an air freshener or something. Ah, there it is, the culprit. It's so strong. So it's 2-bedroom. I'm only using one. I got this one because it was cheaper than the 1-bedroom that was available. So nice bed, nice bathroom, kitchen. I have to turn on the gas, so I'm not going to be cooking anything. That's all I need is coffee maker. So he told me where to go to get something to eat. I'm going to go eat and then come back, charge things up, take a little rest, and then I'll go out for a walk. All right, so interesting building here. Oh my God, I'm like tripping and falling. It's an interesting place. It's kind of an old building, but seems to be under reconstruction. Just a barber shop right there. All right, so the smell. So glad I'm only here for 2 days. So there's this cheap air freshener in the bathroom, and it's necessary. So I had the same problem last year in Barletta. The toilet just smells. You can smell like the sewage. So that's why they have that strong air freshener in there. So it's either I smell sewage or I smell whatever that smell is. So he told me where I can get something to eat, and now I don't remember. So I'm just gonna walk a little bit. It's nice, it's a nice part of town, away from the tourists. So we'll see. 2 days here, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I just thought, rather than make the whole trip from Reggio to, where am I going? Catania, which would involve a ferry and then a train. I'll just come here, chill a little bit, and then go on. So from here to Catania, so it's like a little under 2 hours. There, I just passed the sewer. I can smell it. I don't know if I'm supposed to go that way or that way. He said I'll go to a square. I'm going to try this way. There's the church. That's my landmark. So he said there's a piazza, and then I'll find like arrosticini and focaccia. Hopefully I can get something a little bit more substantial. There's a court across the street, Justitia. Pretty building. Via Cardona. A gas station. I don't even remember how I came now. I think I came. Anyway, it's not that far to get back to the train. I think I came this way. No, I came up like a pedestrian shopping street. I'm already lost, viewer. think I came from that way. Let me look at my map and see if I can find anything where there might be food. Alright, well that street over there, where the cars are facing this way, is Corso Cavour. And then that leads to the Duomo. So I might just go that way. Am I allowed to cross here? You know what I'd like to get that I haven't had yet is caponata. Caponata is an eggplant, olive, kind of like a salad. I've made it. I think I might have it on one of my videos. Check my channel. So you kind of fry the eggplant, dice it, fry it first. I've tried just putting it in the oven first. And then it has like a vinegar, sweet vinegar dressing, celery, olives. It's good. I don't know how they eat it here. So I am heading, this is Corso Cavour. I remember this from my little train ride last time I was here in Messina. And if you were paying attention, you remember I mentioned Cavour was who? I'm asking who because I can't remember. He was Vittorio Emanuele's prime minister who helped. He was one of the heroes of reunification. So this is a more historic street, these old buildings. Alright, so Corso Cavour leads to my church, my landmark. And this will take me to the Duomo, the cathedral. And all the tourists. I'm just hoping that I'll pass a restaurant on the way before I get to the tourists. Because I don't really want to have just arancini for Saturday afternoon. I want to have like a real meal. So let's see what we got up here. La colazione. Cornetti, pasta, granita. This is Piazza Duomo. So there's a snack bar there. It's going to be a mistake eating right here on this piazza, but if nothing else, I can go back to the restaurant I went to last time, La Siciliana. Try something different. I'm really hungry. So I think that's what I'm going to do. There's the Duomo. There's the clock. Souvenirs. It's not too bad as far as tourists go. So there was a cruise ship in town. They probably came to see the show at noon. And who knows where they went. But they're not here. That's all that's important. There's this little place up here in the corner. They have arrosticini and maybe some other stuff. Nice view of the Duomo. So as I have said before many times, go to these places like Milan or Florence, Amalfi Coast. You're going to pay premium prices to sit outside with a view. Look at this here in Messina, just right there. There's a little bar, gelateria, with this gorgeous view. So, I don't know if I finished my barbershop story. So I walked in, I said, in Italian, do you close for the pausa, for siesta, la pausa? He said, no. I said, I want to shave this. I wanted to shave it off. He said, okay. I said, but I don't have a lot of time. He said, no problem. I said, I have 15 minutes. He said, sit. So I sat down. He trimmed it, which is great. And then he said, I'm giving you a buffet siciliano. I don't know what that means. We chatted a little. I said, my relatives are from Abruzzo. This is all in Italian. He spoke a little English, but we did it all in Italian. My relatives are from Abruzzo. He said, by ship or air. It took me a while to catch what he was saying. I said, a ship. And then I said, my grandparents were Sicilian. I said, but I don't know from where. So we had a nice little chat. He asked me if I like Trump, so there was a picture of Trump with like guns underneath him. I said, ugh, no. I said, do you like him? He said, no. I said, he's our Mussolini, but I don't know if that's a good comparison. Because some people here like Mussolini. Here's the Ragusa. I went here for cannolo and granita. They don't eat it with cafe, with coffee. You get it with coffee granita. And then here's Siciliana, Il Siciliana, right across the street. So he was done in like a minute. It's good. It's so much better than it was before. It's just really ragged. But I'm tired of it. When I get back home, I'm going to shave it all off. So then I said, how much? He said, $1. I said, really? So I gave him $1. I happen to have dollars in my wallet. He said he was going to put it on the wall. Adorable, just adorable. So my fear of like, oh my God, going into a barbershop, totally unfounded. They were so nice. It was just great. All right, I think this time I'm going to sit inside because it's noisy outside. They have several things that are kind of tempting. Risotto, seafood risotto. Spacatelle alla Giota di Pesce, Stocco, stockfish. Typical Messinese sauce made with stockfish, onion, celery, capers, olives, tomato sauce, and potatoes. Kind of sounds like what we used to have on Christmas Eve, bacala. Baked pasta. Our take on the classic Messina dish with a twist. Rich ragu, eggplant, peas, cheese, and mortadella. I wonder if this is Spacatelle is pasta. We also have carbonara. Paccheri, Sicilian style paccheri. Macaroni alla norma. I don't really want that. I'm gonna get some caponata. And I think I'm gonna look up Spacatelle. I might get this. Alright, Spacatelle is a pasta. I'm gonna try that. The stockfish. So it has stockfish, which I think is salted cod, onion, celery, capers, olives, tomato sauce, and potatoes, which is what my godmother, Sicilian godmother, used to make on Christmas Eve, bacala. And then I'm going to try the caponata. I don't think I want wine. I think I'm just going to have water. So it's a cute place. I like that we have condiments on the table. Balsamic, olive oil, salt, pepper, ketchup. Mayonnaise, oh my god. It's cutely decorated. It's very noisy. Caponata. Alright, it's actually hot temperature. That explains why it took so long. I always thought it would serve cold. It's very salty. And it's not agrodolce. Sweet and sour. It's just salty. So, I don't know what caponata is supposed to taste like. But I like mine better. I put more celery, I put more olives. It's more like tomatoey than sweet and sour. I wonder if I could put some balsamic vinegar on it without anybody looking. It's a balsamic spray. Alright, that was fair. Plates are really pretty. I like my caponata better. It's sweet and sour, and I also put my pepper flakes. But that's it. Here's my pasta. I already forget the name of it. I think it's going to be a lot for me. This is the stockfish. Pretty good. It's not super salty. So I think this is bacala. What do they call it? Stockfish. And not bacala. Potatoes. Definitely not going to be able to finish this. Thank God for ChatGPT. So I just asked, is stockfish the same as bacala? No, they're both cod. Stockfish is air dried, never salted. Bacala is salted. They're both from Norway. They're both cod. There you go. I would actually like this just as a stew without the pasta. Alright, I lied. I said è buona ma non posso mangiare. It's good, but I can't eat it. The fish was good. The pasta I didn't like at all. It was mushad. It was mushy. And then, you know, the sauce was just kind of fishy. Alright. Striking out here with food. Caponata. Didn't like. The pasta. Didn't like. This is the Catalan church. It's really pretty. This survived the earthquake. 1908 earthquake. It's kind of hard to see with the sun. And then here's Ragusa. Gelateria. I'm gonna get it. Ooh, something just flew in my mouth. I'm gonna get a granita. I don't know why, but he didn't give me a spoon. I like this little spot. So we got this old church here. There's a statue over there. There's this beautiful old building here. It's a really nice little courtyard. I don't know what you call this. Alleyway. Piazza, plaza. Whoops. And I have it all to myself. No smokers. So I think that's enough for today for you, viewer. You're probably exhausted. This is really good. So granita, I think, is what we call water ice. And I think it originated in Sicily with the Arabs. They would use snow from the mountains, mix it with sugar and different flavors. So it's very it's very slushy. It's not hard at all. I've had it before where they give you a straw and a spoon so you can kind of sip it too. Gives you brain freeze. So this is lemon. Lemon is my favorite, really. They have almond, they have strawberry, I think maybe pistachio, chocolate, coffee. So when I came here for my cannoli last time, I asked for a cappuccino. He said no granita. That's how we do it here. So it's a coffee granita with cream, whipped cream. It was really good. That's it. That's Messina. Just gonna kind of wander around. It's very chill. So I'm gonna go walk over to the piazza, just hang out a little bit. No point going back to my Airbnb, it stinks. So thanks for watching. Ciao for now. I wonder if all these places open up later in the day. It's very quiet here. So I just asked ChatGPT about what the barber said. He said he was giving me a buffo siciliano. So first ChatGPT said no, he didn't say that. He probably said barba siciliana. I know the difference between buffo and barba. Barba is a beard. So I said no, he definitely said buffo. So then it said, well, he would only say that if he was joking. I said, yeah, he was joking. So he was joking. So buffo siciliano is beautiful. Buffo siciliano is like a stereotypical Sicilian character. So he was joking that he was kind of making me look stereotypically Sicilian. I should have gotten him to cut my hair, but I have an appointment in 2 weeks. So buffo siciliano. It's funny. He's really sweet guy. Really fun. All right, that's it. Bye.